generation.
Great, the atmosphere is amazing. It's really fun.
Very good,
Fantastic.
Really enjoyed it.
That was great.
Yeah.
Great fun, yes.
Favourite
Made us all
character?
feel young again.
Hey guys!
I'm Laura,
And I'm Bobby.
and we're in Dreamboats and Petticoats, the musical.
Yes, we are. A brand new rock and roll musical coming to a town near you.
Yeah, so we'll see you there, hopefully.
We should probably go because we're late.
Yeah.
We've got to get on stage now. Bye.
Come on, everybody, clap your hands. Oh, you're looking good. We're gonna sing my song. It won't take long. We're gonna do the twist, and it goes like this. Come on, let's twist again, like we did last summer. Oh, let's twist again, like we did last year. Do you remember when things were really hard? Oh, let's twist again. Twist the time is here. Oh, and round and up and down we go again. So baby, let me know you love me so.
I'm sort of well known as the theatre producer who loves rock and roll, so it wasn't odd that Universal rang me when they had the idea of putting their big hit Dreamboats and Petticoats on stage, and at the same time approached my great mate Laurie Mansfield, who was more of an agent than a producer, but he did produce Buddy and Great Balls of Fire. And it was Laurie who had the great idea of getting in touch with Marks and Graham.
We wrote the script, which is which is called the book in show business terms. Not quite sure, the book. We didn't write the songs because the songs were all written about 50 years ago. And someone came to us and said, "Listen to these wonderful songs on this wonderful compilation album called Dreamboats and Petticoats. Wouldn't you love to turn it into a musical?" And we thought, yeah, that's a pretty good idea actually, because they're good songs. They're very innocent. They evoke an era when even we were young. In fact, an era before we were young, when we were very young indeed. So it was nice to look back to that period and see if we could take all those songs and figure out a way to turn them into a story, to use them to chart a romance, because a good musical like this has got to be a romance. And it is.
And it's a very British show. It's set in a church youth club, and when we were young, that's how we met girls or learned to play billiards or table tennis, and it was a real social network. And so for a lot of people, I think it just kicks them straight back to their youth, and then consequently that makes them feel very good.
Dreamboats and petticoats, pick me up and hold me close. You are everything I'll ever need. Candy floss and caravans, kiss me quick and hold my hand. Oh, your promises I will believe. This is Scott, and he plays Bobby. He's my brother's best friend, and I love him, but he doesn't know. And and he's he really loves Sue because she's got big boobies, and and I haven't, so he doesn't love me at first.
Well, this is Jennifer Biddle, and she plays Sue in the show, who is the totty of the show. She's the vixen, the love interest, not the love interest, the lust interest of most of the male characters in the show.
Basically, my character falls immediately for Norman and wants to be the action, wants to be part of the cool couple, but then he lies and it all goes wrong, and she goes out with Bobby instead.
And I just dress pretty cool. I've got quite cool. I love my costumes, like big black leather jackets with huge collars and stuff, and I can get to strut my stuff. And I comb my hair all the time, and I have an enormous quiff. Wicked.
So my character is Ray, who is Bobby's best friend. Even though he's his best friend, he does wind him up, and that's an area where I think Donna and Ray click, is because they both like to have a laugh and make fun of people, but they're also a bit switched on.
It's always with the best intentions, though.
Of
Never
course.
malicious.
Oh,
at
of
all.
course. It's not a malicious show in any way.
And I play two characters in Dreamboats and Petticoats. I play Phil, who's Bobby's dad, and runs the youth club where all the action takes place. And then I come to present day time, because the play's set in 60-61, to play Bobby, the old Bobby. Well, not that old, but and I get to play a Fender Strat and sing some good old rock and roll, and it's just a real high energy show. It's keeping me very young.
You know, I've got to say, I'm a big fan of rock and roll music. I have been since I was a kid. And there's something about rock and roll that you always want to listen to, or you can always go back to, because there's nothing heavy, you don't have to worry about it too much, it's just constantly uplifting. Even the sad songs are uplifting. Run Around Sue should be a really, really sad song, but still everyone's up and clapping. It's just the way of the music. And I think that's going to appeal to people, you know, however old they are, whether they were around when the songs were originally out. The music's lasted this long, people still listen to it, and it speaks volumes.
It's a universal music that I know appeals to the kids as well. And it is extraordinary, isn't it, when you think there's no other era of that. I think 56 Elvis to 66, which is sort of the Beatles splitting in that 10 years, there's nothing like it. There's nothing, you can never say never in this life, ever. But I can say Dixie Dean's record of 60 goals for Everton will never be beaten. And that era of 56 to 66, from the birth of rock and roll right through to the Beatles, that is the greatest era, certainly in rock music. I would say in music.
It's a really strong cast, not just in so much that everyone's got a great talent, but everyone's just really cool. I mean, everybody, literally, everyone's...
A lot of love.
There's a lot of love. Everyone is just really cool and everyone gets on.
There's a lot of respect as well, I think, for the talent that people have, because we have a lot of active musicians in the show as well. It's not just people that kind of look good and can stand up and hold a tune, there are people there with a lot of talent as well. And we rely on everybody pulling it together for each show to work, and there's a lot of sort of camaraderie between us all, so...
Yeah.
All the characters all like mix. It's not just like there's leads and then there's the ensemble at the back. All the characters all have a part to play and all kind of make the show. So you suddenly realise that I didn't realise he was doing that when I was doing that, and it does become like a youth club.
You know, they go on stage each night, and I think they're knocked out about the love that goes from an audience to a cast, from an audience to a cast. And it doesn't happen often, but it does on this show. And I think, to be honest with you, because they are young and they're not used to it, I think they're quite blown away by it and shocked. And, you know, it's rather like a football team. When you're winning, by God, do you play better than when you're losing.
For the one thing I want in the whole world.
What, you think you can get Sue back for £5 a week?
Dad, I'm serious. I need an electric guitar.
It's no good living beyond your means. If everyone did that, the country would go bankrupt.
90% of the audience seem to know all the songs. They start clapping and cheering, and it goes on from there. And as I say, sometimes by the time we get to the end of the show, the whole audience singing along, saying all the words, clapping in all the right time.
Someone came up to me last night and said, why don't you come into the audience and dance with us? I mean, we almost feel like we should, but we're not supposed to, so we don't. But it's a mass kind of party at the end.
Well, that was the thing that was really shocking to me in the first couple of shows we did, is at the end, they all get up and dance.
They all know all the words. I had no idea that everyone knew all of the words.
Remember there was this 80-year-old couple who came at the front, we were in, I think it was the first week, and they literally got up when you started singing Twist, and they had all the moves. And it was amazing.
Oh god, yeah, I do remember, yeah.
And I think that's what the audience in Edinburgh have been saying, that they want to be able to get up and dance and sing. And seeing everyone clapping and singing, because we've had so much fun, the fact that the audience has so much fun is the biggest buzz in the world.
Time will take its toll on us. Our love won't fade, our love won't rust. We will stay young because sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Time won't take its toll on us. Our love won't fade, our love won't rust. We will stay young because fairgrounds and watch the rise. I can see the love light in your eyes. I hope it stays there for 1,000 years. Movie stars on silver screens, singing songs of sweet 16 that echo through the laughter and the tears. Dreamboats and petticoats.
When I see my baby, what do I see? Poetry, poetry in motion, poetry in motion, walking by my side.